well fed but emotionally hungry? In a moment, I'm going to switch my camera to my sand tray and give you a prompt on how you could begin to get to know your hungry parts. Now, let me just tell you briefly what I mean by that. When you're well fed but emotionally hungry, it's possible you've had what you might say a good enough set of parents who gave you everything. Sometimes people come into therapy and they even feel ashamed that they have to reach out to speak to a therapist because they don't want to be ungrateful to their parents. So they might have a set of parents that they've been given physical material things, but maybe not exactly what they need emotionally. So that can create the hungry part of you. Or you might have parents who are just emotionally absent. So they may be there physically, but they're not there emotionally. So it doesn't feel safe to go to them. You feel like you could not fully express who you are. Um, it could be that you might have a feeling of sense of abandonment. So some people who may have some separation with their parents, even though it was just a short period of time, that feeling of being abandoned, or if you were abandoned by your own biological set of parents, so you might have that feeling. Also, you might be emotionally hungry. You have hungry parts if your parents only saw you when you did something good, like if you're just straight A's, but when you're a B or even lower, especially when it's lower, they don't see you. So they only see you when it's aligned to their story. For many also immigrants, it's possible. You don't have to be an immigrant to understand this feeling of not belonging, even in your own family of origin. And if you have parents who have issues with addiction, depression, mental health disorder, they probably are not responsive to your emotional need as a child. Now, I am now going to switch my camera. All you need is a pen and a paper, okay? And I will give you the prompts. What you're seeing, friends, here is these are all extinct or going to be extinct animals. They're endangered species, is the correct terminology. These cards are not mine, so I want to acknowledge and come follow the artist. It's from Atlas Workshop. And so among these endangered species, you're just going to use your imagination. Which one here is your hungry part? Which one could you relate to? I'm going to show you each one. There's this, the elephant. There's this one. There's another type of elephant. Okay. Whatever you name it, you don't have to be correct. Okay. Here's a type of owl. Which one is speaking to you? These are all animals that are endangered. And guess what? There's a part of you that's also endangered. It's your hungry parts. Okay. Which one of these? This is the Atlantic puffin. So on your journal, if you've already saw your endangered species that you could relate to, you could just write down. And here's the prompt as I'm continue to show it. As the extinct animal, and you're just gonna write the response from the heart. There's no right or wrong way. You don't have to be correct. So as you have that animal, ask, who are you? Okay. So you might have to pause this video or do just write down the prompts and do it after. But who are you? And you're going to respond. And the first thing that comes out of your heart, you would say, as if talking to the endangered species, I am a part of you blank, blank, blank. So fill in the blanks. Again, ask, if I'm asking the puffin, I would say, who are you? Okay, might give a name, specific or general, and then ask the puffin or whatever your endangered species is. I am a part of you, blank. So the next prompt is to ask your animal, if it's the whale, how are you feeling? How are you feeling? Again, take your time and allow your imagination to roam. There's one last prompt, and you could always, again, pause this video. The last one is I'm going to put some things here on the side. And if you were to ask your animal, I need this to blank. I need this to blank. So just choose one. For some of you are religious, or if it represents something for you, whatever that represents to you, there's no assigned meaning. So you could choose here if you're asking the animal, what is it that you need? And then it might say, I need this mirror to blank. So I'm going to move my camera just so you can see it. And you might say, Rowan, what is this? Actually, it's whatever you make it to be. Okay? Your imagination is better than mine. Okay, so I just want you to see what we have here. Okay, we have this. And again, you can always pause. And I'm going to go back. This is a simple getting to know your hungry parts. Who are you? We started. And it would respond, I am the part of you that's blank. Now you're going to ask it, how are you feeling? And what is it here that your animal needs? I need it to blank. So I'm going to switch back. I hope that was helpful to you, friends. This therapy with Rowan, where we feed our hungry parts, and it's never too late to have a happier childhood. I hope this served you well. Visit the therapy with Rowan.com to book just a free consult if you're called. Thank you again, and take good care.